time. But kickoff right around the corner. Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Any other in sport, as both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Mounties and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They returned home after playing in London last week, but it was a good trip as they came home a winner.
And that's a long flight when you lose, but it's not half as bad when you come home with a victory and full of shepherd's pie.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from north of the border, and he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right? 3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 2nd and 9. Lock will set up the screen for Breida. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing now is Lock. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got to go to beat all of those.
So good for only a couple that brings up 3rd down. A look there at how the Raiders will start defensively. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And Wilson has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in.
Philip Dorsett by himself. Touchdown. Philip Dorsett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
We got this. Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 53.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go, boys.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue, just make sure you feed me the football? And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Well, look now at our starting defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He may try to run for this. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henderson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let him know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some rooms.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Let them know where to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Gradually able to punch this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Man, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
He's going to fire one deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team. Make those interceptions, quote-unquote, very right. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2nd and 7. Lock complete to Dorsett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
It's a 13-yard pickup as the downs reset.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Ready. Pick it up. Ready.
On 3rd down, Lock. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there. In this game, so far, he's been denied.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
They'll try to run with Breida, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, and his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 2nd up in Seattle. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Baker Mayfield with 1 touchdown pass thus far. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On second down, it's Bell. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, kill.
Out we go. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Prescott. He'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
Let's go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there, making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here we go, 46.
On third down, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. To start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go, 46.
On second down, it's Bell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
26.
They'll go again with Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On second and 12, Locke. Dorsett making the catch. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And now here's Switzer, the target, and he's got it. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. To throw it is Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. That'll be complete to Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
26.
He can run for it, and he will. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Switzer. Before they can get the punt-away whistles, as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Keep on set. 60 out long. Single slot.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game-changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. Now Locke on the bootleg. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Here's Locke to throw. And he finds Howard complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
Right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Mike. 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And it's caught. Touchdown. Ryan Switzer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening, but they found the opening and exploited it.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about what the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it will look entirely different.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
4th down, Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Max 50. Watch the run, watch the run. 36, 36. Here we go, 46, 26.
1st down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
They're still looking for the first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. Time definitely of the essence now. Just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's Wilson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here we go, D. Kill.
On 3rd down, they go with Adams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Oh, yeah, baby, let's go.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down 21-13, 40 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Prescott to throw. And it's gone. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 and the 44. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Casey Hayward on the coverage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for number 4. Aaron Jones on the coverage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check safety. Here goes 47.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. And sealed their victory.
So for our visitors, they